The solution phase. I like to equate the solution phase to the final pushes experienced in professional practice. You're bringing together all of your development work from throughout the project and presenting it at a high standard with your final plans and possibly one or two external perspectives. Whilst compiling this presentation, you must always be asking yourself, have you met the brief? Have you answered the original problem that was posed? And are the team and the project leader happy with the final output?
One of the things that I wanted to make sure that the water feature didn't do was become a kind of a primary design feature. It is more of a secondary role. I didn't want it to be dominant or be too preeminent in terms of when you're walking into the space. I wanted the shelter and the sculptures to be the primary design elements. Those are the things that needed to be showcased in this environment, and then the water feature was more secondary. So I think we've done that. We've added a design element that I think enhances the space without becoming too much.
Given the time allowed to create the model, I'm very happy with what's been produced. I wanted to stay away from traditional seaside shelters, and the modern look that's been achieved here is what I was after. It's a very workable result. I could easily see this being constructed, being put to good use, and being enjoyed by the users. For all of those reasons and more, I would say it's definitely met the brief. If I was designing this for myself, that would be the end of the process, but in this exercise, all the designers were working for the project leader. The project leader was in effect the client. With this in mind then, before I can say that the solution is complete, I have to make sure that the finished result gets a positive reaction. Let's take a quick look then at what the project leader's done with my results. This image is taken from a piece of software called Autodesk Maya, and my initial reaction is that I'm happy that largely the structure has been incorporated into the scene, but there's a couple of important additions that I see the project leader has made. The first of these is in the roof of the structure, where I had the roof running along this edge and then along this edge. The project leader has added in a third edge for the roof along this face here. The second noticeable addition is that the stepped feature here has been continued onto the roof. Rather than the roof being a single level, as in my model, a second level has been added from here all the way around those two sides. Rather than reacting negatively to any change in my original design, I completely accept that the project leader has the overview of all four designers' work and is well placed to make decisions that make all four independent structures work well together. Here are some other images that show the edits and additions that the project leader has made to the overall assembly. I'm really satisfied that we've arrived at a workable, cohesive, finished result.
Your plans and perspectives should be taken into Photoshop and worked into. I like to draw back into the hardline AutoCAD work with traditional media and try to bring what is traditionally a rather flat drawing to life, adding atmosphere and movement into your drawings. You could take your AutoCAD drawings straight into Photoshop as a PDF plot, or print them out and use some trays to draw back into them manually. Then scan the hand drawings back in and use these as another layer in Photoshop. It is important that your final presentation be graphically polished and crisp, well executed, and above all, convey your scheme in a concise manner when you present it to the client or your peers.